Memory of the late King of Thailand, His Majesty Bhumibol Adulyadej, who passed away on Thursday, 13th of October, 2016. On behalf of the General Assembly, I'd like to request the representative of Thailand to convey our condolences to the government and people of Thailand and to the bereaved family of His Majesty the King. Secretary General, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this morning we meet to pay tribute to His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej of Thailand, who passed away on the 13th of October 2016. His late Majesty the King reigned for 70 years, making him one of the longest-serving monarchs in human history. He was revered by his people and admired throughout the world for his grace, dignity and humility and steadfast dedication to his country and people. Thousands of development projects that he initiated over his lifetime, he oversaw a period of profound social, economic and development transformation. The King was also in unity within Thailand and the broader region and was a strong supporter of the multilateral system. His achievements throughout his life led to numerous awards from the United Nations and beyond, including the United Nations Development Programme's first Human Development Lifetime Achievement Award in 2006. The King was also a committed environmentalist. He played a leading role in the promotion of soil science and conservation and was a leader in sustainable land resource management. Under the King's leadership, Thailand raised global awareness of the importance of soil as a resource for poverty reduction, climate change adaptation, year of soils. His Majesty was one of the most venerated global leaders of our time. His profound legacy to the people and nation of Thailand and the world at large will always be remembered. On behalf of the General Assembly, I extend our most sincere condolences to the government, the royal family and the people of Thailand as we mourn His Majesty the King's passing. Our hearts and thoughts are with the people of Thailand at this time. I now request the General Assembly to rise and observe a minute of silence in memory of the late King.
นายปีเตอร์ทอมสันจากประเทศฟิจิซึ่งเป็นประธานในที่ประชุมของสมัชชาสหประชาชาติสมัยสามัญครั้งที่ 71 ได้เริ่มการประชุมเต็มคณะครั้งที่ 36 โดยได้กล่าวสดุดีและถวายพระเกียรติแด่พระบาทสมเด็จพระปรมินทรมหาภูมิพลอดุลยเดชโดยกล่าวว่าพระองค์กล่าวสดุดีและถวายพระเกียรติแด่พระบาทสมเด็จพระปรมินทรมหาภูมิพลอดุลยเดชโดยกล่าวว่าพระองค์ท่านทรงครองราชย์มายาวนานถึง 70 ปีทรงได้รับการยกย่องจากประชาชนชาวไทยและนานาประเทศจากความวิริยะอุตสาหะในการบำเพ็ญประโยชน์เพื่อประเทศชาติและประชาชนมาโดยตลอดทรงมีพระราชปณิธานที่จะปฏิบัติพระราชกรณียกิจนานับประการเพื่อประโยชน์สุขของมหาชนชาวสยามทรงได้รับพระราชทานทรงได้รับทูลเกล้าถวายรางวัลมากมายเช่นรางวัลความสำเร็จสูงสุดด้านการพัฒนามนุษย์ของโครงการพัฒนาแห่งสหประชาชาติทรงเป็นผู้นำในการดูแลดินและทรัพยากรธรรมชาติและในด้านการพัฒนาที่ยั่งยืนสหประชาชาติได้กำหนดให้วันที่ 5 ธันวาคมซึ่งเป็นวันเฉลิมพระชนมพรรษาของพระองค์ท่านเป็นวันดินโลก
Rama IX of Thailand, the world's longest reigning monarch. On behalf of the United Nations, I once again express most profound condolences to Her Majesty Queen Sirikit, the royal family, the government of Thailand, and the Thai people. A visionary and humanitarian, King Bhumibol was loved and revered by the people of Thailand and respected around the world. I had the honor of meeting King Bhumibol during a visit to Thailand in 2007 and long admired his dedication to improving his country and the lives of its people, particularly the most vulnerable. Throughout 7 decades, King Bhumibol served as a stabilizing force in Thailand, notably during times of political turmoil and tensions. The outpouring of grief from the Thai people on his passing is a testimony to the King's tremendous resilience, helped to move the country through its various development phases and towards becoming a vibrant economy. In recognition of his work, King Bhumibol was awarded the first United Nations Human Development Lifetime Achievement Award in 2006. The United Nations recognizes and pays tribute to the remarkable life that His Majesty King Bhumibol led and joins all those who loved the revered King in offering heartfelt condolences. In the spirit of the late King, the United Nations looks forward to further strengthening the partnership with the Royal Thai government and the people of Thailand to advance democracy, development, peace and human rights for all. Thank you.
นายบันคีมุนเลขาธิการสหประชาชาติได้กล่าวแสดงความอาลัยถวายแด่พระบาทสมเด็จพระปรมินทรมหาภูมิพลอดุลยเดชนายบันคีมุนกล่าวว่าพระองค์ท่านทรงได้รับการยกย่องจากนานาประเทศนายบันคีมุนเองได้เข้าเฝ้าพระองค์ท่านเมื่อปี 2550 พระองค์ทรงเป็นพลังที่สำคัญของประเทศในการรักษาความมีเสถียรภาพทรงทุ่มเทในพระราชกิจเพื่อพัฒนาความเป็นอยู่ของประชาชน
of Thailand. On behalf of the members of the group of the Eastern European states, I would like to express our deepest condolences to the royal family and to the Thai people. It is painful to lose a leader who cared so deeply about his country, the world, and humankind. His Majesty worked tirelessly for rising prosperity and development of Thailand, skillfully steering the country through the difficult times. He was a king who was loved by his people and deeply revered internationally, a true leader who inspired his own nation and the rest of the world. As an advocate for education and building bridges between nations, King Bhumibol inspired and encouraged people to strive for peace and prosperity. As he wisely noted, and I quote, "A good person can make another person good. It means the goodness will elicit goodness in the society. Other persons will also be good." His people to strive for peace and prosperity.
Tributo a la vida de Su Majestad Bhumibol Adulyadej, jefe de Estado del Reino de Tailandia, en nombre del Grupo de América Latina y el Caribe. Desde su ascenso al trono en 1946, Su Majestad supo ganarse el respeto y admiración del pueblo de Tailandia, cuyo bienestar y progreso la región y su país, emergiendo como una figura reconocida internacionalmente y recordando su compromiso con la unidad de Tailandia, y será recordado como un líder nacional unificador. Los Estados miembros del Grupo Latinoamericano y del Caribe nos unimos al sentimiento de pesar y lamentamos la partida de Su Majestad. Extendemos nuestra...
Mr. President, Secretary General, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to speak on behalf of the African Group to pay a tribute to His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej of Thailand. We would like to express our deepest condolences to the royal family, the government, and people of the Kingdom of Thailand. His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej stood as a pillar of Thailand's unity and dedicated himself to the benefit and happiness of the Thai people. His Majesty was the leading and guiding spirit behind much of Thailand's remarkable socio-economic development in the last decades. His reign of 70 years confirmed His Majesty's ingenuity. His rest in peace. Thank you.
ประธานภูมิภาคแอฟริกาได้กล่าวว่ารู้สึกเป็นเกียรติอย่างยิ่งที่จะกล่าวในนามของกลุ่มแอฟริกาขอแสดงความอาลัยและขอแสดงความเสียใจอย่างสุดซึ้งต่อพระบรมวงศานุวงศ์และต่อประชาชนชาวไทยพระองค์ท่านทรงเป็นหลักของความเป็นอันหนึ่งอันเดียวกันของประเทศทรงเป็นแสงสว่างส่องทางของปวงชนชาวไทยผลงาน70 ปีของพระองค์ท่านสะท้อนในโครงการหลายพันโครงการตามแนวทางพระราชดำริเพื่อความเป็นอยู่ที่ดีขึ้นของประชาชนทางด้านสาธารณสุขและการศึกษาเป็นต้น
I have the honor to speak on behalf of the Asian Pacific Group to pay tribute to and honor the memory of His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej of the Kingdom of Thailand at this gathering of the General Assembly. On behalf of the Asian Pacific Group, we would like to express our sincerest and heartfelt condolences to the government and people of the Kingdom of Thailand, who have been blessed with His Majesty's leadership for over 70 years. Their longest-serving monarch until his passing last 13th of October 2016. His Majesty was cherished in his beloved Thailand, unifying the country to October 2016. His Majesty was cherished in his beloved Thailand, unifying the country throughout many difficult and trying times. Known as a king with compassion and peacemaker, he encouraged dialogue over conflicts and maintained utmost respect throughout his reign. He saw his country throughout many difficult and trying times. Known as a king with compassion and peacemaker, he encouraged dialogue over conflicts and maintained utmost respect throughout his reign. He saw his country's love for Thailand reflected in his commitment and advocacy towards economic, social and sustainable development for his country and his people. His tireless works and contributions presented him the recognition by UNDP with their first Human Development Lifetime Achievement Award. A great statesman has passed from us all, a monarch of unwavering integrity, abiding humility and steadfast service to his people. His Majesty was truly revered by all. Thailand's loss is a loss to all the region and to the world. Once again, on behalf of the Asian Pacific, Thailand's loss is a loss to all the region and to the world.
Speaking about the blight to the way that he lived his life, a life of always looking for ways to be useful to those in need, a life of giving and of serving every single day, not to earn praise, not to get something in return, but rather because that is what one does for family. And His Majesty considered all the people of Thailand to be his family. How fortunate the Thai people were to have had His Majesty as a member of their family. And how fortunate we are to be able to learn from the way that this remarkable king chose to live his life. Thank you.
เป็นคำกล่าวของนางสแมนธาพาวเวอร์ซึ่งเป็นเอกอัครราชทูตผู้แทนถาวรสหรัฐประจำสหประชาชาตินะครับซึ่งท่านได้กล่าวว่าพระองค์ท่านทรงมีความผูกพันกับสหรัฐอเมริกามายาวนานว่าพระองค์ท่านทรงมีความผูกพันกับสหรัฐอเมริกามายาวนานเคยทรงประทับในสหรัฐในช่วงทรงพระเยาว์นางพาวเวอร์เองก็เคยเดินผ่านจัตุรัสคิงภูมิพลบ่อยครั้งในเมืองเคมบริดจ์และได้สัมผัสถึงความดีงามของคนไทยที่อาศัยอยู่ในเมืองดังกล่าวซึ่งได้รับการปลูกฝังจากพระจริยวัตรอันงดงามของคนไทย
for organizing today's special session to pay tribute to His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej and for your statement of condolences. We also deeply appreciate giving them soul, resilience, and most important of all, direction. His Majesty had this vision of people-centered development. His Majesty reached out with the aim of leaving no one behind. Through more than 4,000 royal development projects, His Majesty empowered the poorest in the 1960s. He made official visits to the UN headquarters here in New York and shared with the Secretary General his insights on tackling pressing global issues. His Majesty's pioneer work on crop substitution and integrated rural development, started in the early 1960s, has over the years been praised by the UN Office on Drugs and Crimes as an effective means to eradicate illicit drug production. The work has indeed developed into the now globally recognized concept of alternative development, which has successfully turned countless opium poppy fields in many countries around the world into horticulture plantations, handicraft and vocational training centers, or even tourist attractions. The UN and its specialized agencies on numerous occasions recognize His Majesty's role as a development king through his contribution to improving people's lives, rural development, food security, and his lifelong dedication to the cause of sustainable development. Thus,